Hey y'all, Jason again from the D2. This is going to be our final interview from our special coverage of Total Chaos. Now for most of you watching this video, these guys are not going to need any introduction. Vladimir Koylazov, co-founder and CTO of Chaos Group, and Ondřej Karlík, CTO and main developer of Corona, sat down with Fabio for a chat. So enjoy the interview, please make sure you subscribe to keep up with the next series that we're going to produce, and we'll see you then.
Alright, hi guys, welcome back to the D2 channel. My name is Fabio Palvelli and today I'm with Vlado and Ondra. How crazy is that? Okay, so for those of you who are watching that don't know who Vlado and Ondra are, they are the guys behind V-Ray and Corona. The archivist industry is watching, so hi.
Hello. Hi.
So, I have a couple of questions for you guys. First of all, I need to give you props for the beautiful event.
Thank you.
When did you start planning this?
So, it's been planned for quite a while, but it actually took a little bit long time to get to the actual execution. So, as usual, kind of most of the things happened at the last moment. So, it was a little bit stressful, but it turned out to be really great event. So I'd like to thank at this point to everybody who helped to organize this event, all the people from Chaos Group and outside of Chaos Group who made it possible. I want to thank everybody who, from the speakers who came to present, and of course everybody who actually came to see us. And in Sofia, in Bulgaria, it was super nice to see so many people.
I have to say I was already here in 2016. I attended the first event.
Yeah.
It was fun. But this was like discovering a new world. It really was like...
Yeah, we wanted to make it really bigger and make it a real international thing.
Guys, you have like outdone it. But anyway...
It's good to know.
no,
Thank you.
Absolutely. One of the reasons why I wanted to sit with you is because about, 7-8 months ago when we did the announcement at the D2 conference that you guys were getting together, I was bold enough to make a video saying that this was an amazing thing.
Yeah, I like the video.
Do you want to know the big conspiracy? The truth behind the merging of V-Ray and Corona? Do you want to know what the others are not telling you? Nah, there is no truth. I don't know why I did that dramatic intro. And I got death threats.
Okay.
Like we were...
You got what?
They wanted to kill me, like if it was my fault.
Why did they want to kill you and not us?
Yeah, I don't know, because I was supporting the idea and I was like, I think this is going to work out pretty well, and I think it did, right?
Yep. So far, so good.
Okay, so basically, what did you have any specific challenges that you had to overcome in order to make this happen? What was tell me a little bit about the road that you had to take.
So maybe Ondra should take that because he started the whole thing.
So I think we thought like the general story multiple times, like why we want to do this. But the way of actually doing this, it started simple. We were at a conference, there was Vlado sitting at the table drinking beer. So we came to Vlado to ask him, hey, do you want to talk about, like joining forces? Vlado said sure. So then we flew to Bulgaria, or actually Vlado and Peter flew to Prague, we talked, and we said something like, okay, so we will do it, it will take about 3 months, took a year and a half, and it was simple when we were talking like, what do we want to do, because it's like, we want to do rendering, okay, we have, can the two renderers actually exist in one company? We did some planning, we did some analysis, it turns out yes, so it's like, okay, we have this done, and now we just have to do like legal stuff. And that was basically 1.5 years ago. Then, so it took incredible amount of time and energy and nerves and everything. And in the end, I remember Peter saying like, so we can finally, to make this finally happen, I will just have to scream at somebody.
He did, yeah, he actually screamed at people.
And I think he did also at the D2.
Well,
yeah, but he did.
But yeah, Peter said like, the lawyers, they will just come up with new stuff to solve and invent new problems to solve. So in the end, I will just scream at somebody and it will happen. So this is exactly how it went. There was some screaming involved. And in the end, we went to the pub for a beer, we signed the documents, and and that was it. And then we started immediately planning, like when do we actually announce this to first our people, our employees, then to the general public, which happened at the D2 conference, and then what are the next steps, like where do we go from here?
Okay, so then tell me one other thing. What was one of the biggest achievements of this fusion, so to say?
So it's still to come. And that's not something that I can share right now because stuff is still going on, but I think it will be great. It'll take a little bit of time because good things don't happen overnight. But
well, they do in case of DMC sample.
Yeah, that did happen.
This was so big that we actually wanted to push it as soon as possible. So I was able to make Corona 2 times faster in one day by taking the DMC sampler and putting it into Corona. And I was actually quite surprised that it worked. But also at the same time, I couldn't actually even reveal this to the employees that this came from Chaos Group. So I had to go through the file, find everything called like Chaos Group or some notes about Vlado and just replace them with something generic. So it was like mysterious library that appeared in the source code that made it 2 times faster.
Yeah, that was great. Like I didn't expect it, but it was a surprise.
So we had this win. Then you will make V-Ray faster by implementing our sampling strategy which we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot tell details, sadly, but I'm hoping the same thing will happen in V-Ray at some point.
There are many things that go both ways, both for V-Ray and Corona, and we also want to do other things besides rendering, so that's going to be fun as well.
Actually, that leads to my next question, because, from this collaboration, there must have been some sort of inspiration in terms of like, okay, what can we do next to make the life of our users
and
better?
that's one of the things that I said, like, I can't really talk about right now, unfortunately.
Too many secrets.
I'm sorry, but you know how things go. Yeah. Like, maybe nothing happens and then it'll be better not to say anything. Yeah.
Well, but look at it from the positive side. We have more stuff to announce at D2.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. I really look forward to that. You have to bring your big guns to that conference. Okay, so basically now we know that soon there will be V-Ray Next. Did you decide on the name Next? Because people are still calling it 4. I'm like, I thought it was clear.
We thought about it, and V-Ray 4 was not a bad idea. It was always a fallback. But then we realized that saying V-Ray 4 for 3ds Max or V-Ray 4 for something else, it just gets a little bit complicated. And also it turned out that the number 4 is unlucky in some places. So,
China,
for example. So we thought that maybe we should think about something else. And also it's a very big step for us in several aspects. First, because we actually did change a lot of the code internally in V-Ray. I showed some of that in my talk at All Chaos. But it was a pretty significant change for us. And then also GPU rendering got improved by a lot. Our GPU guys did an incredible job on this, basically turned everything upside down, and it still worked twice as fast. So we thought it deserved a better name than just V-Ray 4.
I know this was a lot of hard work, especially from your side, and as you can tell, you're kind of losing your muscles, huh?
Yeah.
You planning to go back to the gym soon?
I really should, but you can't sit in front of a computer all day, You have to do other things.
You're telling me, look at this. I mean, at the moment I moved to Tel Aviv, starting this new adventure that is, the D2, I gained 10 kilos, and it's like, I cannot get rid of it. Now I have a question for you, because I recently got a dog, and you don't stop posting pictures of cats.
Yes.
What's going on there? What's going on there?
Well, cats are better, right?
What
do you say to that?
Oh shit, this is something I forgot to ask before the acquisition. Like, are you a dog person?
I actually tend to like cats more than dogs.
Okay, so I gotta get away.
But I don't have any pets just because I don't think I'm good at taking care of them. But generally, I prefer cats.
So,
And what about you?
so it's
you're
official.
in.
Like it's 2-0.
Yeah,
That's not
2-1. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
we are not programmed.
Yeah,
No.
I lose. And what about the future of Corona? Because you've been announcing a lot of cool things, and I'm personally a Cinema 4D user, so I'm really excited about what the future of Corona can be.
So I can tell you that also I have stuff I can tell you, stuff I would like to tell you, but I can't.
I feel like I've had this type of conversation with like half of the people at the conference. Oh yeah, we're working on something that I cannot tell you.
That's
But it
also
looks
happened.
exciting though.
Hey, it's not the announcement season yet.
Yeah.
But what I can tell you is that we are doing the full push for the Cinema 4D plugin. We are all in. We have right now 4 developers working on just integrating plugin, and it finally starts to show up. That the speed of the development is picking up. So we are on track to do the complete version to release commercially by the end of the year.
Exciting times ahead, huh?
Especially if you are a cinema user.
Here I am. Guys, I know you are both very busy. I want to thank you for taking the time for doing this. It was a
No
pleasure.
problem.
Congratulations again for
It's a
doing
pleasure
this.
having you here. Thanks for coming.
Thanks a lot. It was my honor, and I really hope that we're gonna give a little bit of justice to what this event was with the videos that we're going to make, because we know how hard it is to put an event like this together, and
Yeah.
it was amazing. There is no more to say. Are we going
Thank
to
you.
see another event next year?
I hope so. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Hopefully. And we'll see if it will be in Sofia and Prague, because I've heard some rumors.
That would be also a very cool thing, huh?
Yep.
Guys, as always, I really appreciate you watching. I guess that's everything. See you next time.